Hey, this is Nick with the Android Fan Network reviewing the Seidio Surface for the Google Nexus 4. So as you can see, I already ripped the case open. When I first received the case in the mail a few days ago, I really wanted to see what the case was like, basically. I wanted to see if it lived up to its $30 price tag, which is fairly expensive for a phone accessory. There isn't much on the box, just a quick description on the back, and that's about it. So we'll take the case out. We have a cardboard insert. On the back of the insert, there's directions for how to put the case on and how to remove the case. So you see those. It's fairly simple to get the case on. Taking it off takes one extra step, I guess you could say, but it's pretty simple getting it on and off. So with that out of the way, let's move on to the case. Slide it on. Now if you notice the screen protector I have on my phone, it doesn't extend to the full edges of the I guess the front glass, you could say. It covers the screen itself. Let me turn it on. It covers all of the screen itself of what you actually look at, but it doesn't cover the edges, so I can use a lot of cases and they won't pull up the screen protector. So let's slide the top on. So that's really easy, obviously. It's really easy to get on and off. It clicks into place, and I'll show you guys how to take it off in a minute, but let's do a quick 360. So alright, on this side we have the volume rocker cutout. On the bottom we have the cutout for the microphone and the micro USB port. So the cutouts are pretty good. It's hard to see since it's a black on black, black phone, black case, but the mic cutout is cut out perfectly. On the side we have the power button cutout, which looks good to me. And on the top we have the secondary mic cutout and the headphone jack. Let's see if I can get a picture of that, or a better view of it. There we go. So it's cut out pretty well. It's a very thin case, so you shouldn't have problems with too many headphones and their jacks. It's tapered down a little down here, so it should fit anything, pretty much anything. It's a really thin case. Pretty important on the back here, we've got a good cutout for the camera and flash, and also for the speaker. Now, one new thing that they've included, or not new, but they've only made this version of the case. Usually Seidio makes two versions of the case. One that has the kickstand on the back and one that doesn't. And this time, for the Nexus 4 at least, they've only made the kickstand version at this point. So it just pops out. Look at the hinge there, it's just a small spring. It's not the sturdiest, but it works for occasional use. So I'll put it on its side. See how it looks. Looks like a pretty good angle. Yeah, the Nexus 4 screen has great viewing angles, so this is pretty optimal, right about there where they have it. Alright, so the kickstand is good. Let's look at the lay on the table design and any lip it has. Alright, so you can see in the center there, it doesn't have much of a lip on either side of the middle. It doesn't have much of a lip, but on each end, here and here, it has a bigger lip, probably twice as tall as in the center, or close to that. And that's, I guess, where the real lay on the table design. So it'll protect you from a few drops, unless you're on like a rocky ground. Of course, a rock will probably be sticky up and will catch your glass. But laying on the table and dropping on flat surfaces, you're pretty safe. One thing I noticed about the case, it picks up finger grease a little easier than some of the other cases I've used, but it's nothing bad because this is a beautiful soft touch hard case. So it's definitely worth that trade-off. Another thing I like about this case is the fact that the buttons, volume and power, are not covered by any plastic. I really like the feel of the buttons themselves. I don't like them to be covered, and a lot of the time they end up mushy when they're covered. Now, one thing I don't like about this case, it's very slim. It's pretty good in all respects, except for the back. Now, a big selling point on the Nexus 4, obviously, is its glittery back. It's a reflective back that looks really good in the light. And this pretty much covers all of it. You can see a little bit around the camera, but that's about it. And that's where you have the difference between this case here. This case is made a little thinner. You could say it's a little cheaper. It's good quality, though. But it gives you access to the back. So that's the competition here, basically. This case is a direct competitor to this case. And these are two of the best cases, honestly, that I've used. But this one has covers over the buttons. But I also have a review of this one you guys can check out on the channel. Alright, now let's take a look at taking this off. Like I said, there's an extra little step than just sliding it off. You press here in the center on a little, there's a little indentation there. You press, and it's still difficult to slide off, but not too hard. It slides right off. So there you go. There's the case. So the big question is it really worth $30? And if you don't mind the back being covered and you want good protection, it's absolutely worth $30. It'll keep your phone safe from quite a few drops. It's not a shock protection type case like an OtterBox, but it's a lot slimmer than an OtterBox, and it offers a lot of protection for its size, for how thick it is. It also has a pad on the back so you don't scratch the back. It's felt, a felt lining on the back so you don't scratch the back of your Nexus 4. So is it worth $30? Absolutely. It's great protection and a very slim design. Well, I'm Nick with Android Fan Network, and don't forget to check out AndroidFanNetwork.com.